What to do? How to do? What's going on? How's everybody been on this Friday afternoon, Friday evening rush hour for most people? In some cases, you just getting in, just getting that first brew, just that first sit that had to sit down, kick back, relax. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, OG Big Sam, aka Mr. White Falcon Friday afternoon madness. We gonna they gonna have a little bit of conversation. They ain't gonna hold y'all long, man. Do some pregame preview talk about these Patriots, man, are coming up on Sunday. You know what I mean? Talk a little bit of Drake May. You know what I'm saying? Talk a little bit about these defenses that's gonna be in this game. Because we done talked enough about this week about, what I'm saying, the folks that have been talking that shouldn't be talking. So we're gonna talk a little game, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get on out of here and let y'all people enjoy your evening and get ready for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because it just, one of them low days, slow days. Started out cold, leveled off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, but hey, one of the better things, what I'm saying, when you have, your team to slowly, get healthy, get some of your pieces back. Um, Getting Jalen Walker back this week for this game, I think is huge. That's something that nobody's talking about. Um, to get back, what I'm saying, on this defense, which is gonna help the run defense in itself. Yeah, we're still missing Divine Diablo, which is a monumental miss in itself, because I think he's the glue piece to this defense. But I think getting Jalen back is gonna help mentally, what I'm saying, and strategically. Um, and it is gonna allow Brick to do some things he hasn't been able to do over the last couple of weeks. um, because let's see, not having Casey, still not having Bowman, and losing Zach Attack, um, which I think is low key is a big loss in itself. Not having him this week, because Zach been getting it in. He been getting it in. I think this is a huge week for the defense. I've been from a distance been watching these Patriots. You know what I'm saying? And they've been doing some good things on offense. Mike Vrabel got them boys playing some inspired football. And this is the playoffs for the Dirty Birds. Started last week. Just keeping it a buck, keeping it honest, keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it a buck. Um, this is a gravely large matchup because we need some kind of momentum somewhere, some way, somehow. You know, in here, for this team with all the garbage that has been going on and all the distractions, which are offensive coordinator, your head coach, and um, one idiot in a suit that shouldn't be ever talking at all when it comes to this team in Rich McKay. Um, you know, we need some X's and O's execution. We need some leadership. We need some football intelligence. You know, as it were for our particular situation. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, people. Everybody's filing in. Um, you know, what's up, money? Hey, it's on you. MVM78, what's good? What's good? Facts. Yeah, we need a dub going into Berlin next week. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're looking at we're going to be facing our second and third uh 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 well fourth, third and fourth playoff team in a row. Well, no, third. We're gonna count Miami. My bad on that. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, potentially a playoff team. The Patriots could very well make the playoffs the way they're playing. They're playing like a playoff team. I just say that much. With the way they've been playing in the games they have played, you can see you can see the direction that they're going, and they don't have the problem that we have. I can tell you that much from a coaching perspective. I would say that. I would say that. Um, to see Miami just get ran through like that. I didn't see the game, but I I heard it was just painstakingly awful to watch in reclusiveness to ourselves. Um, New England might fuck around and win the division. That's a strong possibility. That's a strong possibility. That's a strong possibility. You know, not what I'm saying, not knocking them. You know, they're playing some inspired football. Um, the mentality uh, that Diggs boy is over there, helping the young quarterback out. Um, you know, they're having chances, they're getting chances, and they're in every game that they have played thus far. You can't ask too much more from your team in the effort. You know what I mean? Having that fight, having that dog, and being there and going down swinging. You know what I mean? But this is coming up this week. Um, it's a must win. It is a must in every facet of the game that's going to be played. We must play like grown men. We must give 150% effort. We must do what we do best. There is no reason in hell why we should not run the ball at least 30 to 35 times in it. At least. I mean, it would be criminally, exhaustingly frustrating if um, Bijan and Tyler collectively don't touch the ball at least 30 times. I'm just saying. Just saying. That's just my mindset on it. Because we can't do nothing else without that. We can't. We can't. You know what I'm saying? It is no secret. It's no secret. It is no secret. We at this point we should be disrespectful in interviews. I mean, literally, everybody walk up. Hey, how you doing? Thank y'all for joining me. We got this team coming up this week. We'll see y'all at the game. That should be it. That should be the mindset. Fuck all that other extra shit. You should not say anything else, because you say anything else, you're just doing too much talking. And that's also been, saying a large part of our part. It's too much talking going on. It's too much talking. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, D Sloan? What's that? Too much talking. You know what I mean? Especially on this coaching staff, especially from our head coach and offensive coordinator. It's too much talking. Too much talking. You should not have anything to say. You fired Ike Hilliard for no fucking reason at all. Truth be told. Then you got rid of a guy that saw clearly through the fake ass bullshit, and because he was putting your ass on Front Street, y'all got rid of. You yourself and your office coordinator should not open your mouth and shit else. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You fired the receivers coach for a passing game problem. You didn't run TJ Yates out of town. He's passing game coordinator. So if you three idiots still have a job, there is nothing else that should be said in front of a microphone. Nothing. Not Nathan. We ain't going out here and we're putting up 350 to 400 yards in the air, 200 yards on the damn ground. Yeah, okay. Now whose head is gonna be on shot block? I mean, I'm just calling. I'm just off with your fucking head. With the reality of the situation. I ain't dealing with no what if scenarios. You fired Ike Hilliard for a passing game problem, but the passing game coordinator still got a job. The offensive coordinator still got a job. You yourself as the head coach who has okayed a lot of the bullshit play calling that been going on, still got a job. Make sense. Make sense now. Sonny says if Zach Robinson came out throwing the ball 40 times and not running the ball at all, it's going to be a long day. Yes. Because these New England Patriots, if you ain't been paying attention, they got one of the better defensive lines in football. Not in the AFC, in football. Them four guys up front for the New England Patriots are some dogs, and they've been handling their business. We come out this game with this tiptoe ass, goddamn flag football ass, goddamn throwing the motherfucking ball. You know what I'm saying? On every down. Yeah. Okay. All right. You trying to get Durag Shawty out for the rest of the season. That was trying to do. They was trying to. I mean, it's monumentally stupid at this point. You know, just to keep it a buck. You know, I think it was it Wednesday. Yeah, I asked this question on Wednesday, but I'm gonna ask it again. You know what I'm saying? Just for the sake of, it is part of the conversation. Are the New England Patriots a problem or a pretender? Wednesday, a couple of the guys said they were pretenders. I myself, I think that they are a problem. I mean, they're progressing along at a good rate, at a persistent rate, and you know they're looking like they're the team that could down the line be in a situation where they could surprisingly eliminate some people. You know, Money said we damn near at mid-season. Zach has to have a pivot when they key in on Bijan. Well, damn near ain't the word. We are at the halfway point of the season. We are. We are. We are. And I think that I mean at this point, man, I mean you run it regardless. You run it regardless. You know what I'm saying? You got to. It's a matter at this point. It's a matter of execution. You run that. You run that thing. You run that thing. You run that thing. You run that thing. You know what I'm saying? And you make them respect it. You know what I'm saying? You run it at certain points to see okay where you'll be able to run it to consistently. If it's A gap, you keep in the A gap. B gap, you keep in the B gap. If it's the edges, you keep in the edges. You know what I'm saying? You know, if the screen, if that's what it is, but damn it, you better not run down another goddamn tight end screen. I'm just saying that would need to be deleted from the playbook. Period. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that they have ran that play every in every damn game, and it's only worked once. It's only worked once. You know, and we're coming into this thing where the 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 situation is the blaring situation is going to be the Patriots D against Durag Shouty. Because that situation is going to arise. I mean, you know what I mean? It's going to be that if you're looking at the previous three games, it's going to be that. I mean, you know, you especially if you're not calling plays, you know what I'm saying, that aren't if you're not going to be calling plays that are quick development. You know, if you're going to be out there calling plays, it's going to take, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5 seconds to develop. You putting Penix in a monumentally detrimental situation. Let's see. Money says New England third in carries, but average 4 yards per carry. They don't care. They commit to the run regardless, and they play D. They coming in to play bully ball. Yeah, yeah. You know, yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a Belichick disciple that is running the show right now, and he's doing what he saw his mentor do. You know, he did. That's what he's doing. What's happening, Senator?
What's going on? What's going on?
Not much, not much. We're just, you know, speaking on the situations that are going to arise in this game on Sunday, particularly the Patriots D against Durag Shouty. You know,
Yeah.
and looking at the persistence of not having balanced play calling, there's going to be situations where it's going to be just that because we don't seem to be able to call plays that aren't slow developing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and I acknowledge the fact that the Patriots have one of the better defensive lines in football. If they don't have anything else, they have one of the better defensive lines in football.
I mean, Vrabel's gonna have that. He's definitely gonna have that in mind. I mean, he's a defensive guy. He know what's important and what talent looks like. Know how to get the most out of it.
And for our guy to be successful in this game, we're gonna have to do something that I know more than likely we won't do. And I said that would have to be Bijan and Tyler collectively touching the ball at least 30 to 35 times.
Well,
yeah.
I think I can suck my teeth better than that dude can call plays.
Yeah.
It's just been frustrating. Watch these guys lie, talking about as simple as our struggles is as simple as execution. Like, man, that's the biggest lie he can tell is that bull crap.
Yeah, I said that a little while ago that this coaching staff, most notably our OC and head coach, should not be in front of a microphone saying anything. Period. Because you're talking too much.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking entirely too much. You fired the receiving coach for a passing game problem, but yet the passing game coordinator still got a job. Your offensive coordinator still have a job. And you yourself, who have okayed this bullshit play calling, still got a job. So there should not be any talking going on. It just shouldn't be. You ask me to go, you go out there and design something and execute it. You know what I'm saying? And stop looking like a dumb asshole. But yet, here we are. Here we are. A lot of the shit that has been said this week has been laughably, hypocritically, hopelessly hilarious. And Rich McKay ass, who should never be in front of a microphone.
Look, this has probably been one of the most embarrassing. I think this is the most embarrassing this franchise has ever been. But for a different reason. I think this is the worst that they've ever looked right now for a different reason. Because it's showing you there's a clear disconnect with the front office, that there's a clear power control issue. Because they say one thing on the field and then you look at you look at, they say one thing in the conferences and in the articles, and then you hear Rich McKay talk, and all of it goes away. It's like, no, like you really believe what everybody else saying, and then Rich McKay started talking, and then he say, "Well, I'm not involved, but they call me every day, huh?" How that make no sense? That make no sense, bro. They know I'm always here for and they call me and like I said, he didn't make see what happened was he let slipped that he's always in the meetings. That's what he did not want to get out. That's where he went wrong when he said on 680 the fan, because they had hit. Look, when you talking about panties in a bunch, they had them motherfuckers in a knot. Okay, I'm talking about it. Look, they had them all squeezing, and he ended up screwing up and saying that I'm in on the meetings. Yeah, you shouldn't have said that, bro. That's when they caught you, and it's just embarrassing from that point on. This is the most that we've, and there's a clear problem.
Well,
Mr. Blank, he's appreciative. He's appreciative, and I'm an appreciative what he's done. As far as the around the city and getting certain things done,
right.
I'm appreciative of that because that Benz is a hell of a stadium,
Yes.
and he had a lot to do with that. But the football aspect of things ain't footballing, and that's the problem. And I think that's the thing that Mr. Blank is gonna have to take in consideration when I think that's what he's thinking about now. This football, Mr. McKay, ain't working. It ain't working,
Mm-mm.
and it's time for him to retire. It's
Yeah.
embarrassing to hear that dude talk about football and try to act like he ain't have nothing to do with Raheem. Don't nobody on this damn roster know Raheem except him.
Hey. No.
And then magically we bring in uh Kurt, we bring in the other guy whose name escapes me right now, but the offensive guy that helped him with the play calling, Zach Robinson with the play call.
Dude, TJ?
Mm-mm. He was in the booth with him. Name escapes me right now.
Mm. Oh, I have no idea. Said I heard the team was
And it's
fighting.
just a mess. Like there's so
Innocent.
many lies that being caught and just that one sit down with 680 fan, it just makes me look like it made me think that dude have like he's a lie.
Very much so. Very much so.
He's not even good at it.
No,
Like
he
I
not.
told people all the time, I'm a horrible liar.
Wasn't me. So
You
who
put
do
me on the stand, I'm telling everything. I'm telling on everybody.
you?
I'm not good at lying. I'm not.
No. Rich McKay got competition committee duties, United duties, MBS duties, and he's the final voice. Blank considers big problem. Sound better when you say it. Sound better when you say it. I mean, when you hear all this bullshit, who do you believe? Front office or the coach staff? Because neither one of them are reliable. Not now one is reliable.
Mm-hmm.
So, as of Sunday, how much of a chance do we have of scoring more than 10 points in this game?
Man, I look like I sound I feel like I done got a carrot stuck up my nose or something. Trying to answer that damn I bruh,
Hey,
I don't even know.
it
It's sad
yeah, because
because
I did.
we got the capability, but like these dudes don't want to change nothing. They don't think nothing wrong.
The more I watch this team, the more I see in my mind, the more I see Bill Belichick is standing off to the side, said no amount of talent could get past bad coaching.
Mm-mm. It's bad. Those are the words from Bill Belichick.
Yeah, yeah. You can have all the talent in the world, but you got awful coaching. Your team gonna be awful. your team is gonna be awful. Money says no faith in either. I think we got the right players, but the future is bleak with this leadership. Sound better when you say it. What up, Corey? McKay, the chairman of the rules, he deeply ingrained. It'll be hard to get rid of him. No, it won't. You just gotta wait till you get on the elevator and then cut the cord. Just saying. You know,
Bill Belichick, good players can't overcome bad coaching.
facts. And it's living testament. If anybody else was coaching this team with this talent, we probably are 6-0, 7-0. Straight up. If anybody else was head coaching this team, I'm just saying we would probably be 6-1 to 7-0. It's entirely what has been said about a lot of our situations over the last couple of years. Too much talent on this team to be looking like that. Okay, that applies right here. It's just entirely too much talent on this team for us to be looking like. I mean, we are probably the worst 3-4 team in ever.
Like this dude don't even know when to get a ball back to a guy that's hot.
Right.
How do you not know how to do that?
It's awful, man. Look, my demeanor, especially over the last couple of weeks, right now is just I'm just shaking my head. It's just you want to, and I ain't even got no how to pull. Okay, to be real, I'm in that pulling your hair out mind state of frustration because you're trying to figure out why how in the fuck is this individual is still the coach of this team. Okay, Carolina, Miami, and the 49er game. Why is this man still coaching this team? Those three games in itself are man. I've seen, I've seen a motherfucker hanging from a tree for lesser crimes. I'm just saying, how the Carolina lost, which at the time they were one of the worst teams in the league, and gave their ass a damn post, and they've been playing like world beaters ever since. You go in the candlestick against a person that knows you, and you get all out of fucking character and run the ball 18 times in that game. 18. And it is a foregone conclusion that we have one of the three best running back tandems in the NFL, and we run the ball 18 times in that game.
Yep. When we lose, we one of the worst running teams in the league. When we win, we one of the best. In fact, we're number 2.
And
that tells me that's all about coaching. You not knowing what to do with it. They don't have a freaking clue on how to combine the passing game and the running game together. They have no clue.
You let a guy come in here whose coaching career is on life support now. Okay. I mean, Mike McDaniel has been one of those things they use. You know what I'm saying? You say clear and you shock them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was at that point. And you would have thought he was goddamn George Seifert or Tom Landry the way he was in here coaching last week. And this Sammy Davis Jr. dancing ass motherfucker still got a job. I'm I'm beginning to feel about him the way I felt about Jim Fisher in Tennessee all them years. He must got something on somebody. He got something on somebody because it is egregious. It is just egregiously frustrating that he still have a job after those 3 games. I don't get it. It's almost beyond understanding at this point. I mean, what are you expecting to happen at this point? I'm just anybody upstairs. What are you expecting to happen at this point? What I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I just from a locker room perspective, the locker room is not with him. They would break. They would break. They're just looking at Morris right now. But as far as listening and riding with, no, they would break. And why would you keep festering that? Why would you keep festering that? I mean, you could look at the interactions on the sideline. Ain't nobody standing next to you.
Nope.
Ain't nobody even talking to you. And if we can see it on TV, y'all should be able to see it from your office, from your box. You know what I'm saying? From your seat, wherever you got them sitting at. You know, whatever monitor. I'm just saying it is painstakingly obvious. You want shit to change, you need to get rid of that fucking black ass fungus in Raheem Morris.
He had like he had like a 35-year-old virgin that need to be told they beautiful all the time because that motherfucker is saying any and everything that come out of his mouth right now.
I'm sorry. I've seen more. I've seen more virgins act like veterans than that. I'm just saying.
This motherfucker act like he is desperate to get. I'm like, bro, what you saying don't make sense. It's not gonna work. You're gonna get used, okay?
Yeah.
The more that you keep saying this goofy, I believe in the team. But no, you don't.
Team damn sure don't believe in you. Believe that.
How can you tell me you believe in this team and then turn around and don't get the ball to your best players? Man, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Don't make no damn sense.
Mm-mm. No, it don't. It don't. Well, we got a little bit of good news coming into this week. We're gonna have, what I'm saying, Walker back on the field. But it's kind of sort of a swap out because Zach Attack won't be playing. Bowman is still out. And Casey's gonna be down. But we got to do the obvious. We got to run the fucking ball and stop the run. That's it. It's good old fashioned backyard rock'em sock'em football. Period. All this exotic bullshit, fantasy flag football, that bullshit. Fuck all that. Bijan and Tyler collectively got to touch the ball at least 30 to 35 times. Per point blank. Period point blank. Ain't no running around, ain't no tiptoe around it. That's what's got to happen right there, right here, right now. That's just how this got to go. That's how I got to go. Sonya said, Rich McKay has been destroying this team and organization since he came from the Bucks. Yeah. Somebody need to put 3 between his eyes like a bowling
I mean,
ball.
what has he done since he's been with the Bucks? Like, he hasn't done anything.
Nope. Yep. It's a trickle down effect. I mean, you know, somebody need to take him and throw him off top of Stone Mountain a couple of times. You know, I mean, for personal feelings, and you got a guy that is by any means necessary, by hook or by crook, won championships. That guy need to be in here. Okay, I don't, and that's just me. I don't, fuck losing the Super Bowl to him. He has 8 of them motherfuckers up under his belt.
My thing is that's where my frustration lies, is that you say you want to win, but you put parameters around winning. Like, I only want to win this way, and the only way you want to win is by getting somebody in that actually knows and has won.
Yeah.
And bring somebody in who's actually built something themselves. And the best that you could do was Raheem Morris.
You had Bill Belichick in your office. You had Wink Martindale in your office. Okay. I'm just saying, either one of them. Belichick shouldn't be in Carolina, and Wink Martindale shouldn't be in Michigan. I'm just,
Bruh, think about it.
Yes.
Think about this. You hired a guy to be your head coach that's only been a coordinator 2 times in his career.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it make sense.
Here in Atlanta and with the Rams. He did not call plays and wasn't a coordinator. He wasn't a coordinator, excuse me, with the Bucks. He was a position coach that they made a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to convince me that this is going to work? Because a guy can talk well.
See, money, you making too much sense now. You making too much sense. I'm just saying. I just you asking the right question now. You go out there and hire a consulting firm, and what you come up with is Raheem Morris.
No, you do realize you can still pick and choose out of the people that they suggest. You don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to have some interesting names when this season is over with that are going to be available. I just I don't. What up, E? You just you know better, you do better. You see better, you hire better. Just saying. We should not be afraid of hiring. I mean, and y'all have heard me over the last few weeks. You know how I feel about the ultimate situation. Okay. The guys with that type of mentality, like the Rex Ryans, the Harbaughs, um, the McCarthys of the world. I'm just saying we need that in here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just, but bringing these motherfuckers in here that ain't did ain't won nothing but a training camp in their career. I'm just saying, we can't keep doing that. We can't keep doing that. If you want this organization to go on and bend that corner, and we're standing on the corner of setting up a winning situation, you know what I'm saying, and looking down, you know what I'm saying, winning situation boulevard. We got the right GM in here
Mm-hmm.
who also doubles as a scout. As you can see, the talent is in here, and the money situation is kind of has been leveled off. We got that part covered, but we got to get this coaching situation straight, man. And wait a little bit. I mean, because I look, I don't need nothing to happen to the defensive part of this coaching staff. I don't, because they on the right road. Brick, Ali, and them boys, yeah, because you can see the development of guys on the defensive side of the ball. But the offensive side of this staff, everything outside of Bedford got to get the fuck on. Everything outside of Bedford got to buy pink slip. We'll mail you your severance pay. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button for me. Yeah. Please and thank you. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Once Rod gets fired, his ceiling is senior defensive assistant Zach about to fail up this spring. I mean, shit. His furniture is already packed and already landed in Oklahoma. This shit. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was. Matter of fact, I just happened to be looking last week. Looked into Oklahoma State game, and they were talking about Zach Robinson in the telecast. Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion over there. And he acting like it too. What up, Xavier? You know what I'm saying? I, I as a football fan, always gonna be tuned in and locked in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just me myself. No, I'm not on suicide watch. I'm just because it is too much that is right, but the little shit that is wrong is blaring, and it's coaching, and the lack thereof is our whole damn problem. And why that damn coach is still employed by this team, you know, I can swap down a fifth right now. Just trying to figure that shit. I don't know, but we got to run the ball and we got to stop the run. Patriots coming in hot, or we going in there to a hot. We go to New England, right?
Yeah.
We in Foxborough. Yeah, yeah. Whoo, hostile territory. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Be there and go across the water to Berlin to play the Colts. Hopefully the football gods will do something nice for us this week. That's we, I'm praying for something good to happen. that's that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Mentally with this, what else? Ain't nothing else working. Ain't nothing else working. God, please, crack his skull open and pull some, foot, football genes into his head and actually act like a real head coach for this team, and maybe we can do something because our playoffs has started, ladies and gentlemen. The playoffs are on and popping from here on out. These 10 games, and we need at least 7 of these 10 that's left to remotely have any type of chance. Just saying, that I'm just keeping it a buck, keeping it a buck. These next 2 in New York tell us everything. Shit, the last 3 done told us everything. Yeah, just say it. I mean, but I feel what you're saying, bro. I feel what you're saying. Zilla Rich hired him because Bill would have took his. Yep, that. I mean, it sound better when you say it. It's still mind blowing that dumb fake car salesman said this offense is like. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Uh Evil genius. What you and the laughing one got going on tonight?
Um, we're gonna take tonight off because obviously it's Halloween, and
Okay.
Wanderiel got the kids, Kid got the kids, I do. So we're gonna take off tonight and let everybody enjoy it, and we'll be back Saturday.
Okay. All right.
I will say this though. Because like my mind started to wander when I hear certain words,
Uh-oh.
Sam,
Yes.
and I found something interesting.
Yes, sir.
All the head coaches that I've searched so far, I'm able to see their agency or
Mm-hmm.
agents.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk Cutter, Mike Smith, Dan Quinn. Guess who agent I can't see?
Raheem.
He is unlisted, and we cannot divulge that information.
Mm. Well. Interesting. Interesting fact of knowledge. It's interesting.
So that's very interesting to me.
Hmm.
I can see Deion Sanders, his agent.
Yeah.
When I search for Raheem,
Mm-hmm.
I can't see anything.
Well, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you hear, I know the Lions is taking the night off, so you won't have any ATL in game. So you're pretty much going to be looking into tomorrow. You're probably going to get Coach in the morning. Um, Definitely look out for Tech and Bulldogs halftime shows. Um, and a lot of college football talk on tomorrow. Uh, Falcons Pets halftime show. Uh, and all. If you're trick or treating or treating the trick, in either case, you'll be safe out there. You know, just saying. A lot of crazy shit going on in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head on the
Mm-hmm.
swivel when you got the little ones out there. If you can, you know what I'm saying, do it as early as possible. You know what I'm saying? You know, after dark, shit get crazy. You know, there's some idiot teenagers out there. I'm just saying. You know,
Yeah, definitely be safe out there.
you know what I'm saying? It's just be safe, make good choices. Do everything in a good time frame. You know, push come to shove. You know what I'm saying? Run the Family Dollar and clean out the candy section, and get your grandbabies and your nieces and nephews in the living room. Let them have it. You know, just just I'm just saying. That's what me and Bay did last year. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. It's just the idea. You know what I'm saying. Keeping safety in mind. And that being said, for the mad one, the insane one, the diabolically genius one, Senator Palpatine, I am your host, OG Big Sam, aka Mr. White. Hey man, y'all keep it keep it dirty, keep it real with yourself. Let your next choice be your best choice. Falcon Friday, we out, y'all.